Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. I am using their latest issue, which is May, June, July, sorry for the glare, 2025. It is volume 29, issue 2. So I am looking at page 145 is where it begins. This is by Cher Salvatore, I believe is how you say her name. But they're it says handmade notebooks, but it's more like covered notebooks. You can see they're all different sizes. So different types of notebooks. She said she had all different kinds, and so she's just covered them, which is always fun. I love doing that. Have done it before, not in a really long time. So I was like, I think I want to do that. So I'm not looking at any particular one. I'm going completely in my own direction and doing something else. But the idea comes from here. So the inspiration, right? So I have these little short composition notebooks, and I got these at Walmart last year in the fall. Do they have them now? No idea. I try to avoid that place like the plague, but anyways, I did find these last year, and I found like it was like a set of 12 altogether. So I'm going to decorate one of these, and we'll start with the cover. But I thought before I go on with the cover, this would be fun to alter like we did that book. So rather than just leave it as a notebook, I think I'm going to do it kind of like an altered book. So I have the 1 page, 8 pages, 1 page. I think I might have done 9, actually. Can't remember. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I tore one at 1 inch. These ones as short as I could get them, because I wanted them as short as I could get them. So 1 at 1 inch, 7 at this shorter, like 1/4 inch, and then one again at another one at the 1/2 inch for a total of 9. So 1, 7, 1, 9. Okay. And then I grouped all the rest of my pages so that I could just keep going in that vein. But then I got thinking, we could also do like a tab page and then do a regular sort of altered book style page where maybe you like fold one down, tear out the other ones, and have one at the back. So you're still going to do the whole tearing one page out, tearing multiples, and you're kind of like leaving the pages, but they would be the whole pages that you would leave. And we'll go into that more as I go along. Today we're going to focus on the cover, but I just want to tell you guys, I think that's the direction I'm going. And I'm going to make it pretty grungy because, that's what I like. So, what was I thinking? Oh, I have a new digital kit that is Halloween that I'll be using in this. And so I've cut out a lot of it so you could just sort of see, it's Halloween old stuff. So it's a lot like my old stuff digital that I just did, but more of Halloween skewed. So that, there's some photos, there's some pockets. Oh, I did do the pockets like this, where they're mirror images of each other. So on the page, you'll see them like this. And my idea was you can cut them out and then back them back to back. So if you wanted to do something like I did in the last tab book, where you put one on this side and one on the other side, so you can see both sides. You know what I mean? They're mirror imaged, and I did two sets like that. So there's this one. And sorry, these are cut out, but I wanted to use them today. So, yeah, I couldn't keep them all attached to each other. It wouldn't work. And we'll continue on with that other one I was doing as well. Hold on just a minute. Sorry, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. I know I say that every time, but it is the truth. It was like right there and I could not see it. But anyways, so these are a lot of the pages. Then you'll get photographs. You'll get this kind of spooky page that you can, you know, do in a journal, tear up for collage, shrink down, do whatever. Then there's these. There's a total of 12 pages, so it's not a huge kit. It's just a little kit. I just thought it was kind of fun. Kind of along the lines of the old stuff. So if you just wanted a little kit to do something fun with, but not have to do like a whole huge journal, then there you are. And then you can use all these little bits and pieces with whatever you want. Okay, I will stop about that. Let's get started with the collaging on the cover. And I'm going to leave the black part of the cover. She covered them, which you can totally do. It's just I like the black since we're doing this kind of Halloween theme. So, shoo, I was holding my breath and talking. So, yeah, big sigh. I hope you guys are doing good. I am doing good. My son came today to help my husband put down vapor barrier under the house. My husband wanted new vapor barrier. So it didn't take him too long. I thought it was going to take a whole lot longer than it did. But they buzzed right under there, got it done, and we're back out and had lunch. So yeah, so my son is going to stay for dinner. So that'll be fun. He doesn't do that whole ton. Well, he's out of school now, so he'll be around probably a little more, but he works, so it is good to see him. This, I think, this little piece right here of paper, because as you saw, it's a total scrap, is from, I'm thinking, my Croak digital download, which is one of my frog kits. But it's kind of just a cool grungy page, and I'm going to hang it off, and I will cut it to fit on there better. I don't need this over here right this minute. So yeah, I hope you guys are good. I'm doing good. The sun is shining. I went for a walk this morning. Ran some errands. I kept telling my husband, I'll help you do the vapor barrier. He's like, no, you're not climbing around down under the house. It's like, okay, I can. But thank you. Don't really want to, but I will. Really could. It's like, I'm smaller than you guys. I could fit down there better than you can. He's being chivalrous. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it, because with my asthma, I'd probably end up hacking up a lung. Which is probably the true reason he didn't want me down there. Let's see. Some book page. We're just using all kinds of random things. I could use some of the kit stuff too, but I'm going to put some of the little bits and pieces on there for decoration. It's just, and if you're not into Halloween, no worries. Just use what you like or want to do. This is just, you know, what I feel like doing at the moment. Because I have a new kit to play with, so, you know, makes me want to play. And this is a fun little project. And I will obviously continue on with the envelope thing as my top thing, but I might pull this out every so often and work on it. So it'll be done by the time Halloween gets here, or hopefully much sooner, but definitely by then would be good. And, oh, I'm sure you can tell I sanded that, if I didn't say that. And that's just to get some tooth on there. make all this stuff that I want to stick on there stick. Because that's kind of important, right? Doesn't help if it all falls off. And I know I've said that before, but I just like to say things regularly if I remember, because there are people that are new all the time. So if we don't tell them what's going on, you know, they're not going to know. And that's not very nice. Keep everybody in the loop and the know-how. I mean, there's still times when I just get on my bike. Oh, y'all have been with me forever, right? I do that a lot, so. Ooh, I need to say hugs and blessings, speaking about people being with me every day and all that. Hugs and blessings to Rhonda, Nikki, Tamara, and Megan. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching regularly and commenting. That is huge. That helps my channel so much. I can't even tell you guys. Like, subscribe, comment with each other, any of that, just really any activity on the channel helps the channel, and that is true. That's not just a rumor. It helps push your video into the YouTube algorithm so that hopefully more people see it and want to hang out with us, which is good. Good. This is these coffee dyed paper that I've stamped with numbers, and there's a freebie for that if you didn't get it. I will try to put it again in the description box. I've been putting it in all the that altered book video series. Oh, and there's a playlist for that. I keep forgetting to say that, I think. So definitely always look, like if I'm doing a series of videos like for a journal or the this Somerset Studio, they all have a playlist. So if there's you know, if you want to watch all of them or you wanted to see a particular one, it's a lot easier to find them that way than it is going and looking through all my videos one by one, because there's a lot of them. It'll take you a while. So yeah, I very often do playlists. Every so often I forget to do something on a playlist, but I really do try to do that because it just makes it way easier for myself to find if I need to go back for some reason, or for you guys to find. So it is a very helpful thing to do. So yeah, always check there anyways. If there's something you're looking for, it'll just be way faster than trying to, like I said, go through all the videos that I've done. You'd be there all day if you try to do it that way. Oh, hold on just a minute. My son's calling me. Okay, I'm back. He was talking to the cat. I thought he makes this weird noise when he calls me. So I thought that's what he was doing, but he was talking to the cat. He's silly. I'm just going to do that, and then I will trim it. I want that looking kind of janky. And if you don't have all these old papers, you can just use like that scrapbook paper I had with, you know, numbers or letters or, you know, whatever. Just go through your stash, see what you got in scrapbook paper. You're probably not going to want a super thick paper because I'm using all just normal weight paper. And I'm sure you'll find, or digitals or whatever, you know, that look like ledger and stuff. And on the inside, I will probably use gesso, and kind of the same thing I did on that altered book I did. Oopsie. Don't want to cut the cover. That wouldn't be smart. So as you can see, if you're just wanting to do just the covers and keep the insides as notebooks and then give them as gifts and things, they're great. Like you can make Christmas ones, or, you know, just a nice pretty one for a friend for a birthday, because who doesn't need, you know, a notebook or something to write down grocery lists. This one would be great for, like, you know, quick note kind of things, because they're not full size. But you can do this on the full size one too. If you can't find these ones, just do it on the full size one, and it'll be a great gift. But they might be fun to alter too, like altered books, and talk about a cheap way to do it. Because I don't remember how much these were, but it wasn't a lot. You can usually get them pretty cheap, especially near school time. Okay, and then I'll add some other goodies and things. I think instead of having like a central figure, like, you know, putting something in the center, I think I'm just going to put some bits and pieces all over on here. I love that ghost. He's so cute. And I had a piece of that fabric. This might be fun to do something with the fabric, because I do like it. This was left over from those collages that we did, fabric collages. That was another, that was either I saw it in Somerset Studio or I saw it in Art Journaling Magazine. I think it was the Art Journaling Magazine. I don't know. It gets very confusing. I might just do like a strip of something along here. I did not lay this one all out, as you can tell, as I normally do, but thought it might be fun to just go for it and see what we come up with. If you hear talking, it's my son and my husband. They had to run to Walmart to get contact lens solution for my son after coming out from under the house. His eyes were bugging him, and he took a shower and everything, and then got out and was like, oh yeah, I don't have that. I'm like, go get some and leave it here. So Dad took him because he couldn't see without his contacts. Something like that, and I'll stitch it together to put on there. I think I do want to put, ooh, that was a little excessive. Put the little ghosty on there. Yeah, I just kind of want that random look of pieces here and there rather than a particular central thing. You see what I'm saying? You could also, if you wanted to not have the black here, take fabric and cover that, and that would also be a good way to do it. What else was I thinking? These little kids. Okay, I can't put all ghosts. I do love the little kids in the ghost costume. It cracks me up with just a sheet over their head. It's funny. And this, that reminds me of Jack Skellington kind of, or something, even though it's a pumpkin and not a skellington. I want a photo. You can see you get lots of goodies with that, and I didn't even have them all cut out yet, so Oh, I do like the witch. I don't have to keep it that big. She's walking away. She's had enough. Or she's off to cast a spell on someone. This is the kind of Halloween I like, because it's just fun. It can be a little spooky, but I'm not into any gory anything. I just had a blast as a kid at Halloween, so it's just always kind of been one of my favorites. But I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. But you can just apply the ideas to something else. Birds and flowers and whatever. You could definitely do a bunch of them because they don't take long at all. These numbers would be kind of cool. This one I put on thicker paper. Oh, it probably had the pockets with it. Oh my goodness. Just dropping everything. Just dropping it. That there or something. I like that too. Maybe I need a longer something. I don't think I want the skeleton one. Maybe if we gunk this up, I already have that license plate too, with the little pumpkin sitting on top. Sorry, I just went on a tangent. Did you see it? It just like jumped out at me and I threw the other one to the side. That's how it goes. People will say, you do that so fast. Yeah, well, you didn't see the hour of planning or however long where I was hemming and hawing and pulling stuff out and putting it back. And yeah, I try to not torture you guys with all that, because there's some days I can't make up my mind for anything. So it's better to just have it prepared and ready to go for your sanity and mine. But I definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, especially when you hang in there. You're all so kind. Hear them down there jibber-jabbering at each other. I told them when they're under the house they couldn't fight with each other, because sometimes when they get doing projects, well, as we all, well, maybe we all don't, but we do in this family. Projects often cause arguments. I think it's the whole too many chiefs, not enough Indians or something. I don't know. I know, that's derogatory. I apologize. Don't come at me. I don't mean any offense. Just a saying that I heard many years ago. Many moons ago. Yeah, I think that needs to go right there. There is some truth in it, however. They did good though. They didn't argue at all. I feel like it just needs something else. You know what I think I need is some rickrack. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got some rickrack. I want this big wide rickrack right here. I think I'm going to put this pumpkin guy over here. But what I want to do is put a little gesso on here before I put all these pieces down. And I stitched, just, you know, you can see a zigzag stitch through that fabric to hold it together. So before I put that stuff, I am going to put a little bit of gesso. And I'm going to try to just do kind of a real dry scrape type thing because I don't want it thick. And it'll dry faster that way too if I do that. This thing is completely full of gesso. You think I can get it out of here? It doesn't want to. Well, it doesn't help that there's a blob right there. That probably would make it easier. Okay. So just a scrapey, and I'm just using a gift card. I did add a little bit of walnut stain. Wow, brain just totally exited the building. And if you watched my last journal, I used, you know, I did the same type of thing. So you're probably like, yeah, it's nothing new. But if you're new, it's new. I don't want a ton on the pictures because, as we know, that turns the color all weird. Yep. I didn't really want it on there at all. Let's see. If I can get that off. I don't know. This is just rubbing alcohol. See, that's turning pink up there just from that. Oh, and I touched that again. Ay, ay, ay. I'm telling you. Because that's a printed piece of paper as well. The digitals aren't great for that. The old paper works the best if you want to do the gesso thing. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it's on there, but I just wanted it to stay black, so. Okay, we can add a little more. That is that. And then we'll put our pieces on, and I'll do the back in the same kind of old paper way as I did the front. I may actually need a little extra help holding that. I didn't need it that thick, huh? It's easier if I didn't have all the paper clips in there. You know, when you do these things at home, you can have a plan, let it dry, do all those kind of things. It's really difficult get it all in the right order when you're doing videos. Oh, I forgot to put my little pumpkin under, huh? That'll be easy. That will be easy. I'm actually going to use the glue stick because this is a thin piece of paper. I don't want to see any, you know, little glue stripes anywhere. This will get glued down. Or it won't because it's got glue stuck in the nozzle. Which it always does. You hung in there with me, thank you. I'm mostly putting it on the stitch there because I, you know, I don't want it to be seen. And I added just a bunch of strings right there, black strings. I'm going to put a black button with some orange embroidery thread through it. Just tied in a little knot. And a little orange button. I used the same thread. I was lazy. I didn't get another thing of thread out. Okay. So that is what I have. I think that'll be a fun one. And like I said, I think rather than doing the, I'll just give you an example so we can see. I'm sure a lot of you understand what I'm saying if you've done an altered book, but if you haven't done an altered book, you have probably no idea. So I tore those pages like I told you earlier. Then maybe the next set, what I would do is fold this page to make a pocket. Maybe. And you can fold them in all different directions, however you want to do it. And I think I'd probably end up folding that inward rather than out. And you can cut some of it off. You don't need all of it, but it is a little bit nice because this paper is so thin to give it just a little bit of oomph so it holds up better. So that like that, and then you turn it and you tear out 8 pages, as low as I can get them. I use a metal ruler. That seems to work the best for me, but if you have, you don't want to tear them so far down that there's nothing to hold on to. Because again, we're kind of tricking the rather than book, composition notebook, into thinking it's still got all its pages, right? And I'm not counting because I have my clips already, so I know when I get to the last one to keep the last one. And they'll get covered with like scrapbook paper. Once you get in your groove, you're usually pretty good. So that one I'm keeping just like it is. And I need to trim those just a little bit because you can see it's uneven. And that's more just me being me. You don't have to do that, but... And then what I'll do is, probably after I cover it, we'll just put a little glue that flap down. Put glue here and here, glue this down, and then we have a whole page. And then we could do another tab page, and we could do something else. If you see what I mean, that kind of a thing is what I'm thinking for this little book. And I also thought it might be fun for those tabs. I have a whole ton of these black like invitation envelopes, and yes, they are too big, but I think what I'll do is cut one side off, slip it over the tab, cut the top off so that it's, you know, the same width as this book, and that'll seal up that side, and then it'll be a big pocket at the top. Or you could, if you wanted, reseal it, cut this side, have it as a side pocket too. So it just depends on how you want to do it, but that's the kind of thing I'm thinking of doing with some of the tabs. This one doesn't really lend itself like the taller book did to maybe half pages. You could do a couple that are like 2 tags, but they would have to be pretty long. So I don't know if I'll do that or not, but I like the idea of the envelopes. I think that will work pretty good. So that's what I'm thinking for this little guy. So we'll keep working on this one, but this is my interpretation, or what I felt like doing for these altered notebooks. But again, if you don't want to go through all the hassle of doing like an altered book style, just keep all your pages normal, and then you have a great notebook for somebody, rather than, you know, here's your composition notebook, right? So they just look a lot nicer when you decorate them up, and they make great gifts. Or if you do craft fairs, this would be another fun thing to do for a craft fair without altering the inside. You could, but of course that's going to take you a lot longer, and you're not going to probably get your money out of it as easily. So if you just do a whole bunch of fronts and backs, yeah, they'd be good for that. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day and a wonderful, are we on week? No, we're not weekend yet. It's Thursday. So I did this a day ahead, but we'll just continue working on this tomorrow. So I'll chat with you guys again soon. Love you. Bye.